What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, or as I call it, the Real Cult Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Not
That
cold.
seems, that seems to be the main storyline right now, outside of the scandal with Jen. I'm here with Chad, of course. Antonio and Jamie cannot be here today. They out being fast
Out being
outside.
fast.
So we made sure we be here today to cover tonight's episode, which I thought was a pretty decent episode. It wasn't boring. It wasn't a filler, but it was okay. I'm just
hmm
curious to know how long are they going to be in bail. But how you doing for that, Chad?
I'm doing pretty good. You see, I'm still over here bopping to the theme song. You know that song gets me up.
I know it gets me up too. And I ain't gonna lie, I am a little tired because I got back from Vegas today, so
Oh, because you was being fast too.
I was showing my man a good time.
Oh, okay.
So if that's being fast, I guess I was.
I'm gonna call that one grown fast because it was with
Yeah,
your
that's what.
man.
Right.
Yeah, I was
And
being grown.
And I see JP Rob and Demisio are here in the chat. So if you're in the chat, go ahead and give us a yell or hey or whatever.
Hey
Whatever to let
y'all.
us know you here. And of course, before we get started, don't forget to like this video. If you're watching live, go ahead and like the video now. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and like it right now, just because we're giving
Thumbs
you some
up.
good content. Um,
Period.
Episode 11, which was it New Testament, Old Revelations, or was that Old Testament?
I
One of the
still have it up.
sunshine.
Hold on.
I had it on
New
the you been on
Testament.
the goddamn page.
Old. Listen, it's Old Testament's New Revelations.
That's it. Old Testament, New Revelations. Okay. So in this episode, they continue from last week. We talked about it last week. This is where all the bus ride happened last week. They get to Vail without Jen, and they're talking about basically everything about Jen. And the last thing that they've said about Jen, of course, was that her employee stole from Meredith.
hmm
Also that she was in an Uber ride. Well, I'm sorry. Also that she's flagged in Louis Vuitton. So over the last week, that was people have been like speculating that it's Dorit, that it's her. Some little like text message or email came out that's supposed to be from Louis Vuitton. I don't think that's real. Did you see it? We saw it in the group chat.
we discussed it a little bit in the group chat.
I'm gonna call that false. I don't think that Louis Vuitton would ever. I mean, they've been going through a lot lately. If you've been watching online, Louis Vuitton
Listen,
has been getting wore the f out. But I don't
whew,
think it was that low to send the email to someone about Jen Shah. She's not that important. I'm sorry. She's not.
hey, you
She,
never know though. These people they be watching the shows just like us, probably unemployed, and say, you know what? Let me send a little tidbit to the internet. They don't be caring. I don't
okay.
know. You
Well,
never know. Try. Twitter get everything.
Twitter get a lot. I mean, people when it comes to emails and text messages, honestly, it can easily be falsified. I just when I see stuff
Facts.
like that, I'm always like, because I can easily write a text thread. I've done it with you before. Actually, I wrote a thread. So
so note y'all that know our history. This
right?
is him admitting that he did this.
Yes, I did. So yeah, but outside of that, they the last thing they leave off was that she was in an Uber, and Lisa alludes that she got out and met somebody else. Now, when Lisa said that, I'm like, well, damn, they turned on Jen really fast. And I get it that they may have the issues, but they weren't having these issues to her face. So I
Right.
kind of get. I don't really like that. I'm not a Jen Shah fan, but it did seem like it was like let's ice Jen Shah out right now.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that? Like the whole setup. You got
I
go
feel
ahead.
like like you said, I'm not a Jen Shaw fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
But I also Jenny, she really impressed me tonight because I
She
felt
did.
like
She did.
I felt like, you know what, I agreed 100% with what she said. It was like, at the end of the day, and it could also be because she's a
She's
minority, Jen's a minority. So maybe from that relation I saw where she was coming from because it was like a group of white women, they were so adamant. I mean, of course Mary was right there too, but Mary has history with Jen, that's bad. So
yeah.
I'll give her a pass in that part. But I felt Jenny. I was like, I'm happy that somebody stood up and said, why are we doing this? Why are we going so hard without any facts? Because at the end of the day, we don't have any facts yet. And it's like they are so ready. The only
Yeah.
person I actually let give a pass with that was Meredith because their history is so rough at this point, so tumultuous. It's just like I understand why Meredith is like I'm good. But everybody else, it was like, I don't know. Especially Lisa. I was really disappointed in Lisa.
I have a couple things in relation to all this. Like I agree with Jenny, and I was impressed. I don't want to say impressed, but I like that she was like saying, "Let's not write her off so fast. Like we don't have facts." Jenny actually, if like although she's been like unbothered, I think she's been mostly unbothered because she has that stance of we don't know if she's guilty. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Also, she doesn't have the same history with Jen as the others. She's only been around Jen like twice. I mean, from what we've
Right.
seen. So she kind of, she kind of can have that stance. Now, as far as Meredith, I do agree she does have a past, but it seems like she's really trying to like rally everybody together, you know what I'm saying, to push off her own issues with Jen into everyone else so that they can get on the bandwagon. And I don't really like that either. And I like Meredith. So I get it. I just wish Meredith would kind of like it's clear, Meredith. We know you got an issue. She talked about your son. We know. We got it. You know? Now I did find it interesting when Heather spoke. Of course, Heather said, let's I'm her friend. I like that because let me ask you a question. If your friend was in a scandal like this, would you support them or would you write them out?
I would support them. I really felt Heather in that moment too, because at the end of the day, you know, we are friends with people and we don't know everything that they're doing,
Yeah,
to obtain certain things. It's one of those things to where it's like, as long as you ain't stealing from me, as long as you ain't, doing nothing scandalous to me, I'm okay with it. Now, don't get me wrong, I will have a heart if it's something like, defrauding elders and,
of course.
the stuff with Erica Jane and Tom, what they're going through. I do have a heart. But at the same time, if it's my friend and somebody that I genuinely call a friend, then I'm gonna support them in a way that I can. Now I will let them know you out of line for this,
Yeah,
but I'm not just gonna like be like, you done.
yeah. Okay.
I think that's a bit extreme.
I see Chase is here. Hey Chase. Chase was
Hey
out too, but
Chase.
Chase said it's getting late in Atlanta. Good night. He said good night to the streets. But he said that Meredith's anger really surprised me, and he said I thought they were in a better place. I didn't think they were in a better place. I think they were just they were done with the war. But I mean, with
Yeah,
this happening, and if Meredith truly says she felt like that, I mean, I get it. Like I said, it just was like we know, like Meredith, we get it. You don't, you've had some doubts about Jen. It's true. That's fine. Don't poison the group though. Let everyone else think for themselves. And I'm glad
yeah,
that Heather stood up for Jen in a way because I mean that's real. They don't know. And Heather been joking about the damn girl, all these little subs. So I
right.
appreciate it. Yeah, Heather. I enjoyed Heather. It made me look at Heather differently. I mean, not that I expect anything different from her, but I felt like Heather. I'm starting to this season more than before. I see why she's in the group and why she should be there and why she's
Yeah,
essential to the group. So,
yeah,
but yeah, everyone says Demetria says love Heather for that. Heather, Chase said Heather was spot on as a friend. Yep, I agree. I completely agree. So then now Lisa did say to basically Heather, like, okay, I get it, you want to be a friend, but at what point are you fucking stupid? That's what she basically said. And I was
yeah,
like, you have a good point too, because Heather has had
yeah,
a lot of run-ins with Jen.
yeah,
So, but we know Heather really enjoys that friendship. It's like a Cynthia to Nene. I mean, it's that's kind of what it gives.
yeah.
And
You
until
she knows
Heather,
she's gonna be there. She's gonna find some type of way to still
right?
see the good in Jen Shah. And I think she said something about that like last season. Like, I
Yeah,
still there's so many parts. She's told Jen to her face, there's things about you I don't like, but there's so many things about you that I do like. So I mean I don't think it get more genuine than that, especially telling somebody to their face, like, yeah, you get on my nerve, but there's so many things that I love about you and about our friendship that I can
yeah.
overlook this and we can get past it.
And we all have. I have a friend that works my damn nerves, but he's a very close friend of mine, and he has been there for me, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, ooh, hold on, my TV's still on. Damn Paris show. But yeah, I understand. I get it. And so if until Heather is ready to move on with their relationship, she'll do so. I don't think she's
Yeah,
stupid. She's just gonna probably take a couple of more beatings and then she'll get tired. Because honestly, looking outside looking in, Jen is not that damn fun to be around. I mean, I'm just saying. But to Heather, she can be the best thing in the world, in my opinion.
hey, if somebody taking me to where she took her to last season about get her some shoes and let her pick whatever she wanted. I call her fun too.
But also Heather was being a good friend, but she did just spill her friend tea 5 minutes before that by saying that, well, she got out of an Uber and I didn't hear anything from it. So it's like, she been a good friend, but she just kind of threw under the bus. And I'm sure there's going to be addressed because you got Lisa saying this lady met up with somebody else. You got Heather saying she just got out of here from leaving so much room for assumptions and anything like that. So
Mm-hmm.
have you been a good friend? But there's still questions. What does it say his name? Say his name or leave on the playground, Cortez.
He's so
I
silly.
said I have a friend.
Right. That's as
I'm like,
far as
what's
we
he
gonna
say?
go.
Beep, 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 beep. He know who this is. He watches the show. So then the next morning, basically, I thought it was so funny. First of all, Mary, I didn't realize that was Mary for a second because she looked like a little thug boy. When she walked out in her little pajamas and a little thing around her head, but it was Mary in
Not a
her
little thug boy
a little thug boy.
with her
Somebody
braid, let's say her braids.
very much so. But Whitney, I thought it was hilarious. Whitney made those eggs for Mary, and she was like, I gotta make these eggs right. I gotta make these eggs right because I don't want her to come for me. And then Mary
Right.
gets the eggs and she puts them in the microwave. Somebody, she gotta disinfect the damn eggs.
That lady,
I
she
was
gonna
just
come up with
like,
something. She is a nutcase for real.
yeah, yeah. So then they kind of, on the outside, Lisa and Meredith are talking about this cult situation, and the frustration I have with Lisa is that she's the epitome of, oh girl, I got something to tell you. Never mind, never mind. And it's just like you cannot do that. You cannot put stuff out there and decide not to say. It's like it's wrong. It's not right. Okay.
It's so weird because I've been following her tweets. Well, I've
Mhm.
always followed her tweets with her and Meredith, but from the time Cameron appeared,
Yeah.
Meredith has used the word cryptic, and
Yeah.
she continues to use it. And Lisa continues to go on Twitter and say that it wasn't cryptic. And I'm like, Lisa, yes, it is cryptic. Everything that you're saying is cryptic. It's like you saying something but don't want to say all of it, and you leave the door
What I think is
open.
that like I think was it Jenny? She said she wants to say stuff, but she doesn't want to be wrong. I do agree that Lisa may be a person that doesn't want to put out unless she has all the facts. But when you put out half of something, you've already kind of done a little damage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're already alluding to more than what you know, and you kind of put a little. So I really think she does that for someone else to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like more so instead of it's like she collects the bone and instead of carrying the bone, she kind of drops it off at the first stop and maybe somebody pick it up. You know what I'm saying? To finish what she did so she can keep her hands clean. That's just me. I don't know.
maybe. I don't know. It's very weird though. But
He
Lisa,
says here puppet master. I think she definitely plays a little puppet master. She definitely
yeah,
knows what she's trying to do. That's just saying. And Lisa, if you watch,
agreed.
I love you, girl. I'm just saying what it looks like.
Right. I was just about to say, Lisa, if you out there watching, we think it's a little cryptic,
I
but we
actually
still
messaged
love
her
you.
today because we're going to Park City in 3 weeks, and I'm trying to find a brunch place. So hope she, respond back.
Hello. Get on the lean, child.
Well, no, this is just for a brunch recommendation. Not to
Oh,
like,
just going. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
hey,
yeah. I'm like, nah.
tell her and Jack to come meet you at brunch.
Okay, listen, they can come on. They can bring Jen too. That's fine. She can pay 5 brunch with them old folks' money. Just saying.
Okay, now.
Chase said Lisa loves mess, but doesn't like the consequences of being messy. She needs to accept she's the villain in Salt Lake City.
Ooh,
That's pretty loaded, but it's kind of on there. I don't know. I kind of
ooh.
agree.
Yeah, sound kind of agree.
Call it out,
All
Chase.
right.
So they do this activity. Whether Whitney and Heather and Jenny go dog sledding, and Lisa, Mary, and Meredith go ice skating. And I thought it was so cute. They had the little ice skate little outfits.
Yes, under their
I
puffer
didn't know if
coats.
I didn't believe Mary would have went out there initially. So when I saw them two, I was, oh look at her. They look so cute. They like
Mm-hmm.
little grown adult kids on the ice
Right. And
skate.
they little, I don't know, don't call them tutus. I don't know what to call them, but
I don't know what
it
those are
was really
called. If,
cute.
if you know what those are called, I call them ice skating outfits.
Basically, that's what they are.
It's
But yeah,
an
I thought they were really cute in those little outfits. And I also thought that it was, hold on, you said weather.
Because
I think
yeah,
I want to,
I was
I think
putting
I
two
want to
names together.
nickname them that though. I think that makes sense. Weather. I'm gonna just
That makes
nickname
I
them
just want
weather.
to
The
put
two,
it. I thought weather, Whitney and Heather,
Whitney and Heather.
bad weather.
Weather. I forgot what I was about to say now, but yeah, it was something dealing with them. Maybe it'll come back to me in a second. But yeah, that little moment was cute, and I thought it was a interesting divide amongst the two groups because of course Mary ain't been wanting to deal with Whitney, and of
Do
course we
you
see that
think
later
that
on.
sorry, do you think and Whitney and Heather are trying to like turn Jenny on Lisa?
No,
You don't think they intentionally because she's turning, whether they
she's
try it or not.
turning.
Jenny is
She's
turning, and I'm like, oh, Jenny, like this supposed to be
she's
your friend.
turning,
I need
but
people. Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
don't think she's turning because of them. I think she's turning because she's seeing it. Like Lisa, I mean, Lisa is a bit,
But
she's a bit up and down.
what's the difference between Heather supporting Jen in this big ass scandal and Jen supporting Lisa being messy?
Jen or Jenny supporting Lisa?
I'm sorry, Jenny. Jenny supporting Lisa being messy as a friend.
Um,
Because I would just support my messy friend versus before I support somebody that's got this. I mean, I'm gonna support both if they my friend, but I just feel like one thing in Housewives, some people they be so quick to turn around on their friend, and it's just
mm-hmm.
like I get it, because obviously when you're with Whitney and Heather, they are like this. Nobody could ever turn them on each other. I think
Yeah.
they're very very solid. A lot of people, or a lot of relationships in this group, they don't have that. You got Lisa and Meredith. You don't know what they are really. Sometimes they cool, sometimes they ain't. Mary, well, Mary and Meredith seem pretty solid. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else just be all over the place.
Agreed.
I don't know. But we finally see Jen, and Jen is talking to her lawyer, Clayton. And of course, we know she pled not guilty. Again, I called in on that. I actually heard her say not guilty when it
Ooh.
was back on the phone. But one thing she said, and she's playing this whole I've helped so many people, I've saved so many people. So I mean, I guess she's trying to do her best. But what one thing she said, she was like, if I'm responsible for any of this, it's because I've helped too many people and I'm too giving. And I'm like, Jen, what does that mean?
Is to me what I got from it was make sure y'all cover for me. Y'all go ahead and admit that y'all did this and y'all cover for me. And I'm giving y'all a little bat signal that that's what needs to
What
happen.
y'all isn't who?
The people that was all included because it was other co-conspirators, right?
Oh,
Besides Stewart.
I don't even know. I guess I know. I don't know. It's Stu. Oh my God,
I mean,
Stu.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it had to be another, little segment of people that was probably involved as well. But I don't know. It seemed
That's a
like
good point, though. That's a good
it
point.
seemed like that was cryptic to me. Like, let me make sure I say this on camera so at least I can come off, somewhat human, but
Well, she kind of
also,
struggled even in the interview when they asked her something, and the story. So the story is where it got really weird to me. She talked about how she answered the phone. Basically, she's saying that it was a husband's number, but it wasn't a husband's voice.
hmm
That's basically, and I'm like, so then she says that she got the call. She was like, oh my God, my husband let me leave. So then when they pull over, she's like, they like Jen Shah. She's like, is my husband okay?
so
It's weird.
do we believe that she really like thought that he was in the hospital?
No,
Hmm.
no. I love that she's sticking to that, but you can tell if I literally watched her face in that confessional, and it was like it's almost like she almost forgot what to say.
I thought I saw the same thing. It felt like she was coming up with things as she was talking.
Very much so. It was well. I don't even know. It sounded a little rehearsed. It sounded like
Yeah.
she was told to. Because I mean, you already got on camera. You saying, "Hey, baby." We have dissected that scene like a million times online. Everybody was like, who's calling?" When they was like, "Well, it really was her husband," because she did say, "Hi, baby." Or I mean, who knows? She could have set that whole thing up. Who really knows? Jen Shah. Someone watched our show last week, and they said that we're like the only ones that perfectly describe Jen as a narcissist and a sociopath.
Yeah.
And she is that. So I'm not surprised if, like I said, if she would hand over footage of her sons and whoever in the family with their hands up, who knows what she would do, how far she would go to give this moment.
Yeah, very true.
Just
Self-producing.
it's a lot of that happening on Bravo lately, and I feel like it wasn't like that before, But a lot of people are like self-producing and they want to. Everybody want to be in the credits, okay,
Yeah, it's
instead of
becoming
being on the damn show.
it's becoming so. I mean, it's been a phenomenon, but it's becoming even more of a phenomenon, some type
Yeah,
of way. I'm not sure how to really explain it, but yeah, it's becoming a little more kind of cringe in some aspects to
it
watch.
is. It is. It is. I mean, this is the second season. It's not. It's still pretty good. You see Lisa, in doing, and you have Kyle that produces heavily, baby. People like her, Lisa Vanderpump used to do it. I mean, if you watch
Iconic.
Housewives, people, they do it. It's just kind of cringy at this moment in reality TV where it's already assumed to be kind of fake. You
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what happened. And so she just really sticking to the I've helped so many people. I came from nothing and I don't want to lose everything I have and my kids. I'm like, okay, Jen, girl, keep going. But can you at least get a tear out? Because nothing annoys me more to see somebody cry, but not cry.
Listen, I mean, it was very like, girl, do you really feel this way? Or are you just saying this for the camera? Because you know the camera right here. But you never know with her. Like we said, she's definitely a sociopath, and you really just don't know what to take from anything she says.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the last scene of the episode was it Swedish or French thing? What was it? It was like a
Irish, right?
Irish, okay, Irish. I'm sorry. It was like an Irish thing. It was really cute, actually. I love a good like housewives thing. They all look pretty cute.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, Mary was talking to herself like in depth, and then she checked her own self while talking to herself. I said, "This lady is crazy." If there is a cult going on, the cult is going on between Mary and herself.
Maybe so. I
Ain't
can see
nobody in
that.
it. It's just her
I
own
can see
cult
that.
for herself. I
Mary
don't.
is in her own world, and nobody else is there. Like just
Yeah.
Mary. That's
Very
it.
much so. But Mary's energy was off. And honestly, it was kind of annoying to me because I like Mary, but it was kind of annoying. But we found out later why. At least I feel like we found out why. But we keep it around. But basically, Meredith talked to Mary earlier that day about
Mm-hmm.
the rumors. And so it made so much sense because watching it, I'm like, why is she was like annoyed to go down. She didn't
Yeah.
want to drink. She didn't want to do anything with the group. And like I guess once we found out that Meredith talked to her, it made so much sense because she already said, like in a previous episode, that they be talking, behind people's back and being fake. And so I think once Meredith gave her that, she probably was like, I don't be around these hoes no more. Or she don't say fake.
Right.
I mean, like, what do you think?
I felt the same way. I felt that. I mean, that happens in real life so much as to where it's like somebody come and tell you something that somebody else is saying, and especially if it's something that you care about,
Yeah.
then if you're not the direct type person to bring it up, you're definitely gonna feel away and not really want to be involved, not really want to be
Hmm.
around them. And it's like, I'm good, y'all go ahead. So I understood where Mary was coming from, especially like you said after they showed the scene, because at first it was very like, okay, Mary, just gotta stop. But I
Yeah,
understood
it
exactly
was
where
just
she was
weird.
coming
Like she
from.
was fine. She was fine. Like she wasn't really fooling with Whitney, but to everybody else, she was fine. And it seemed like
Yeah.
until that happened. Do you think that Meredith told her exactly who was talking about it, or you think she just kept it as the group is talking, saying cryptic things, and she keeps saying cryptic, cryptic, cryptic?
I think that I don't think Meredith told her, but I think that she probably already knew that it
Yeah,
more than likely came from Whitney or Lisa. I'm almost certain Mary knows that who it could
probably
have
from
came
Whitney.
from.
She probably thought immediately to Whitney. I mean, she ain't lying. She thought both because I mean that's where it came
Yeah,
from.
because both of them technically did. So yeah,
So Whitney, I can't tell if she's drunk or not, but Whitney tries to address Mary and about how much she loves her, how much she's such, has been such a good friend to her. And Mary's just kind of like right there, just like, okay, I'm gonna let you talk. But then she goes into this whole moment of, why do you want me to listen to you, but you don't want to listen to me? I'm not your child. Mary said, thank God.
right. I fell out when she said that.
I did. fell out. But in this moment, it just I really like Whitney to me has been draining this season. Like I don't know why, but like last season I enjoyed it, but now she just digs and digs into things. She never lets up, and I just feel like if you honestly feel like this lady don't want to talk to you, stop pressing the issue. If you're watching Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, we recapped and talked about it on the panel here, but the Kyle and Cynthia thing, like I felt like Cynthia was being like a little mean to Kyle, but then the panel was saying, well, Kyle keeps bringing it up, keeps apologizing, and that can be annoying. And I think that's what's happening with Mary. She's just getting annoyed with Whitney at this point. Like she already don't really deal with her. It'd be better if they just didn't bring it up for a while. But every
Right.
time they meet up, we didn't want to talk about it. But what do you think?
I'm in the middle on how to feel because I feel like we haven't gotten enough footage or
Yeah.
enough like I don't really know what Whitney and Mary's relationship really ever was. Like I knew
Mhm.
last season that, they talked, they hung out a little bit. But I don't feel like we got any real like I can't really say that that Mary's been such a good friend to her or vice
Mhm.
versa because we haven't seen it.
I mean, we
So
saw them go to the church last year, and I
that's
mean,
it. But it's
I would
like,
never thought they would have got here. Now, I will say, remember at the reunion last year, Mary did kind of have a moment with Whitney. Remember at the reunion last year.
yes,
So I'm not surprised, but I don't think it's just over no damn. She didn't answer no phone call. I really
it
believe
can't be.
I believe that Mary knows that Whitney, because Whitney claims that she has been defending Mary about this. I don't think that she has. I think she's been like Giselle with Wendy, like kind of bringing light to the situation, making it more aware in that area or on the show or just in general. And I think Mary knows. I
That's
don't think
possible.
I honestly, I wish they would have showed the scene of Meredith talking to Mary because I really feel like Mary probably wasn't shocked. She's probably heard that a million times. But I think to hear it in this group, it's like y'all coming for me. So
Right. Where did this come from?
yeah. So Mary leaves. Mary said, I'm not dealing with this. This girl's drunk. She ain't gonna remember this in the morning. And she storms off.
And she didn't want to hear nothing from Meredith or nobody else. Whitney was talking about, I love you. She wanted to hear the same thing. It was like, okay, Whitney, you
It's
pressing a dead
draining. I'm
horse.
sorry. Like you have to
It's a little draining.
Whitney has to stop. If Whitney needs to realize if somebody don't want to if somebody don't want you in their life, then that's fine. Okay. Everybody's not, you don't have to be friends with everybody. Like that's how life goes. I feel like Whitney must be the girl that never has conflict or issue, but clearly when people don't want to be her friend and want to hang with her, it just kills her. And it's just like, let it go. Like
I agree.
let it go. Stop acting like a little girl. In my opinion, you're acting like a little girl by
And
constantly
Mary told her
be my
that.
friend, be my friend, be my friend. No, this person don't want you in their life. Let it go. That's me.
That's why I said I really wish we could have had more footage or, a more in-depth timeline of their relationship because I'm like, Whitney's really making it seem like they, were super close.
And we didn't see that. We saw her take her to church.
Yeah,
And
it was
well, I'm
like
sorry, we
on the
saw her,
surface
her
stuff.
take her to church and her dad go to church, and that's it. We never seen really any scenes of them one on one. Really.
So
Um,
it's almost like you're doing this for nothing.
has she ever even been to her house?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Stop, Whitney. Let it go. And then I'm sorry, her voice is starting to really annoy me as well. I don't know whose voice more annoying, if it's Whitney or Meredith, but Meredith may be winning too because Meredith's talking a whole lot more this season. She's engaging a whole lot more, and that voice and that side lip is doing a lot of things.
Don't do that. Don't do the side lip. You are so mean.
You're like, I mean, you're like,
Your sunflower son. You said you don't even watch them. Why? How you over here talking about them?
who?
Derek,
Oh.
he be talking crap about them on Twitter, talking about they boring and stuff. But he know what's going on.
Some people don't actually watch, so they come just to lean in. I think my sister just comes to lean
Hmm.
in. It's support.
Hmm.
But that pretty much was the end of that episode. We did, like I said, we found out that Meredith talks to Mary, and then Lisa does this thing again where she starts to talk about certain things but doesn't want to actually get it all out. Jenny is irritated. I mean, I get it, Jenny, but girl, Jenny seems to be really like, give me the tea, give me the tea, because you had all episodes she been saying, well, just get it out. Earlier, she said, well, put it on speakerphone. And I'm just like, Jenny, like, you may be a little messy too, but I'm sure it must be irritating if you're going to be messy and they're not giving you what you want.
Yeah, just be messy. Say it at that point. And Lisa's definitely been joining with that.
Yeah.
That would definitely get on my nerve too. It's very much, ooh, I got something to tell you, but I'll tell you next week.
You
No,
be
tell
like,
me right now. Like, tell me right now. Shoot.
It's very much so what it is. Jamie said Meredith's voice is more annoying. In the chat, if you're watching right now or watching the replay, let us know whose voice is more annoying, Meredith or Whitney. I'm gonna say Whitney, but Meredith, she ain't too far from behind.
I would have thought you would have said Jeannie.
Huh?
I would have thought you would have said Jenny.
Jenny's voice? I can't say that because then they're gonna be saying I can't say they're gonna be like, I ain't going there. I am not going there. Okay.
Oh
I
my
don't want
God.
Jamie in here saying, is that a race coming? Nope. Nope. Demisio said he hates Lisa's voice.
I can see that.
Uh-oh. Your sunflower son said Chad's voice. Uh-oh.
Okay. That's cool.
But that was pretty much it. Next week's episode, I wonder how long they're gonna be in Vail, because
It seemed like they're still there next week.
they are still the next week. And it seems like Mary kind of, if Heather and Mary have a moment, this probably is where, because we talked about, remember how
Jen showing up, right?
well, I don't know when she shows up, but remember we said how Mary said that Heather was racist,
Yes.
but we kept trying to figure out where was their conflict, but now we see the conflict that may start because Heather like stormed off in the next episode. So
Yeah.
it should be interesting. And they confront her about it, and she basically was like, "So y'all didn't ask Jen Shah all of this?" I mean,
Right.
that's a real question. Look,
Right. That
that's a
is.
very
I was
valid
like,
question. Like, y'all not for the Jen Shah me.
period. I know that's right.
I like it though. I do like it, and I will say, do you think that Mary wants, like, do you think that she genuinely enjoys this cast or the show?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. I think she enjoys it because Mary's in a sweet spot. She doesn't have to engage them if she doesn't want to, and
Mhm.
then they're not. I guess I don't even know how to say this, but optically, they're not allowed to do
Mhm.
too much on her either because of what it could look like. So
Mhm.
Mary, for me, if I was Mary, I would take advantage of it. It's like, yeah, I don't have to be around y'all girls if I don't want to.
Mhm.
And people still find me interesting enough to where they still want to watch me on this show.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that she's okay with it. I don't think Mary would be. I can see Mary on a cast with Atlanta or
Oh no.
Potomac.
Oh no. They will call that lady cookie crazy.
Yeah. So I think that she's in a good spot. I mean, interestingly enough, I couldn't see her on Beverly Hills. I couldn't see her on really any other franchise.
No, I can only see it
Um,
with this cast.
yeah. So I think
Um,
that she's okay with. I think that she probably enjoys it. Um, do I think she might want her own show? Maybe so, but I think she's okay with where she at.
okay. Derek, we actually did talk about Mary without that. I called her a little thug boy. She's about to shoot up something because she came out. I didn't know. She came from the side of the screen so fast, and I was like, "Who is that little boy?" And it was Mary, and I'm like, "What the hell?" Because she had like it was like a bandana suit and like I don't know.
It was definitely like, where are you going,
It
girl?
was like, where are you going? But I'm glad we got to see them, you know what I'm saying, waking up like without glam, because I
Yeah,
don't feel like we've seen this cast like, because they did a trip last year, but it was to Vegas, right? They didn't go
yeah.
like on a cast trip where they all stayed in one house. And so the benefit of that is that you do get to see them like wake up and stuff like that. Yeah. He said, "You guys are dead wrong about Mary. People want her gone." Really? I don't want Mary
Interesting.
gone.
That's very interesting.
JP Rob, let me know. Tell me if, well, Are you part of people? Do you want her gone? If you do, like, why?
Right.
I could. Mary is different, but I don't think she's doing anything that other housewives have not done before. You know what I'm saying? It's an
I
ensemble
can
cast, and this season she clearly has broken out compared to last season. She's out there. She
definitely.
don't really. It does seem like she don't really like them like that. I don't like that about her because I do feel like that could have her like ousted. But as long as she has Meredith or whatever, I think she'll be fine. Because that's a nice. But maybe she needs a friend or maybe somebody from the church can join. I don't know,
I
Chad.
would like to see another. I don't want to say a black woman necessarily, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like it's always awkward when it's one black woman in a group of others.
Mm,
I think it's gonna always just feel incomplete for some reason.
yeah.
So like maybe I just want her to like have a friend of the show. Like I don't know, like who are Mary's other friends like outside of these girls?
I'm sure she has some friends that she shops with at Louboutin. I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, I would like to
Mm.
see her interact with somebody else just to get a different feel for her. Because even when she had her family on there last season, she was like looking at them like the help. So it's like can't even say them, but I don't know. She's very awkward.
He said JP is only is the only him and Hizzle or the people want Mary gone. Right. Who wants Mother Mary gone? Let me know, JP Rob. I ain't seen you coming yet. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
because I
got
ain't heard that.
somebody to join the call. And before we do that, of course, don't forget to like this video, whether you're watching live or if you're watching the recap. We appreciate the support. And the first person to get on the live today is Demetrio. Hey, Demetrio.
Hey,
Happy
Hey
Sunday.
Demetrio,
guys.
what's
First of
up?
all, Chad, her family was her help. Did you miss that last season?
I
Like
Who?
she
know
was
that's why
like
I said
they
she treated them like the help.
Who?
I don't consider
her
family
family.
help.
What? Who
Cause she
family?
said Mary,
Mary.
she said her family cleans her house and stuff
Oh
like that, and she paid a
yeah, she was
rent.
paying a rent or
Yeah.
something like that. Huh?
Basically help. I mean help.
Well, at least
First of
she
all,
listen. At least she. Go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't gonna say
no.
that.
I have to say, first of all, this cast is probably one of the most, if not the only dysfunctional, no chemistry whatsoever. It's just like they just threw a bunch of folks together and they just there. Like it don't seem like none of them really, besides weather, don't none of them really just mix with each other like that. It's just like they just there. Like none of them like it's just no. It doesn't give like, they actually really like each other like the other, franchises. Like,
What
at least
franchise? What franchise you think currently that has chemistry? Do you think has chemistry?
I would say the Potomac girls have chemistry. Yeah, they bicker back and forth
You
with
think
each
they
other,
got
but
chemistry?
yes, even though they bicker back and forth with each other, they know how to reel it back in and have a good time. I would even say that about the Beverly Hills girls. They know how to, you know, come at each other, but at the end of the day, they can still rein it back in and still laugh, kiki, joke and stuff like that. At the end of the day, they know, pretty much.
I can kind of see that. The Salt Lake City girls, you don't never see a I don't think I've ever seen a moment where all of them are collectively just having a good time.
Yeah, laughing and stuff like that. Even at the little sit down, it's just like the whole time, like they were raining Hail Mary on Jen. It wasn't like even after that was over, it's not like they just had like a fun moment. It was just like that was over with, on to the next thing. And Lisa is just annoying me at this point, like with this whole with this that she got this whole thing that she got going on, like trying to start these beefs and stuff like that. And it's given very much how they did Denise when they will study, like, oh, we're gonna tell you, we're gonna tell you some of it, and then like we're gonna move on. Like just say what it is. Like, why are we study having to
Mm-hmm.
talk about it? Then we're gonna wait till the next dinner. Then give a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna wait till the next dinner to finally tell you what's really going on. Like, I understand where Jeannie is coming from. Girl, just tell if you're gonna be a messy bitch and want to be this mass manipulator and create all these scenes and stuff like that, girl, go ahead and say what you gotta say. Because study
Hello.
belaboring the point, in the words of Dorit, belaboring the point, that just annoys you, and it's just like at this point, I don't even care no more. I don't even want to know about it
But what do you
because you
think
taking too long.
what do you think she had? Because I'm trying to. I just hate that because I mean I still like Lisa, but it's like I'm trying to figure out
I
like
don't, not no
with
more.
this whole. No, I'm saying me. I'm like with this whole this cult thing. I don't know. It's like
I don't even understand where that's even coming from in the first place. Like, what is she trying to, like,
this
what is
was
she trying
rumored
to get
last year.
at?
So what I
Oh,
think
okay.
personally, this is not new. Like last year, while the last season was on, they was talking about her in that church being some fishy stuff. So funny fishy. But so I think personally, I really think that somebody, Lisa, whoever, went and dug into that, found somebody to bring some light to it, and you know what I'm saying, to kind of uncover it. Of course, like we
Yeah.
said a couple weeks ago, she used Whitney she wanted Whitney to come to that event because she know Whitney is going, because Whitney has all the details. Whitney got all the details of everything.
Okay, Wendy, she really do. That's
She
making
do.
me
She
kind of
does.
look at Whitney kind of like, and then
She
y'all gonna have
knows
the
everything about
audacity to
Jen. She
call
knows everything
Meredith
about.
out.
Everything.
She knows everything. So Whitney, and remember, Whitney didn't even go to Lisa's event, but she knows everything. She been defending Mary for so much of it. That's why I don't trust Whitney, because Whitney, I'm like, girl, you're doing something to the side. You look suspicious. But my bad.
I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you, and you know you is wrong for talking about Meredith.
What happened? That voice?
No, talking about her side mouth.
Oh, what should be like?
I'm not doing
Don't
that
talk
with
on my
you.
family. All
I'm
right.
not doing that with you
I
at
feel like talking
all.
about God, Meredith. Girl, we get don't come for books. Don't come for
I
books.
love Meredith though. Like I love her. I'm here for her coming after Jen. Like I understand exactly where Meredith is coming from. Like I don't want to have any. First of all, I don't think Meredith has ever liked Jen, especially since last season when she disengaged from her. Like I don't even think she even liked her. So it's like the
Yeah.
Brooke stuff, and now this just added on for even more of a reason for Meredith to kick her ass to the curb. And I do think that she is. I ain't gonna just say she's trying to full on rally the girls against her, but like,
Meredith?
yeah, but she's kind of pushing
No, she
the
is. She's
the
she's
narrative.
trying to get all the girls to get on her side and think like her.
With her vampire facials.
Right. Come on, Devon, with Team Heather in the building.
But
Heather is
that's
okay with me. Heather sits in the middle with me.
she is genuine. That is a genuine girl, like for real. Like out of
I've
all of them,
always thought that she was genuine as
she's
hell.
probably the most authentic person out of
Yeah.
all of them. I
Yeah.
fully agree with her.
And
Like
she's
I'm
not
not
really
gonna.
messy. She's kind of witty too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In some ways, like if you just watch her,
Yeah,
Heather's okay with
I
me.
agree. She's a genuine
Heather
friend.
started
I
out being my
understand.
favorite, but then she got
Mine too.
annoying. I really wish that
She annoyed me
Heather,
at the reunion.
who?
Heather.
No,
She
I
kind of
didn't want
annoyed me at the reunion.
she needs to
But
be.
that's before I paid attention to what Lisa was doing. At first, I wasn't really giving Lisa that much, attention, and I didn't understand where Heather, like I said to y'all last time, I didn't really understand what they were saying, really, because she was irrelevant to me. Lisa didn't really bring much last season, so I really didn't understand, but now I do. So that was the only time that Heather just really annoyed me, when they was like chastising Lisa, because I didn't get where they were coming from, but now I do.
Yeah, it's their relationship is weird. Honestly, Whitney and Heather kind of suffer.
Bad weather.
They suffer from pick me. I'm sorry, I like Heather.
Oh, yes.
That's the only thing about Heather that annoys me, is that you know what I'm
And
saying,
Heather
that
can be a pussy sometimes, and
Heather
that
can't. That's what
irks
I'm
me
saying, and I think
too.
that's what Lisa was saying tonight. Lisa was like, "Well, at what point are you just fucking stupid?" I was like, "You know what? I mean, she did." I'm like, "You know what? I mean, Heather, you do be look like a little pushover." I'm just saying. But,
Yeah, like giving very much Teddy Mellencamp.
oh, not Teddy.
Oh, yeah,
I don't like
not Teddy.
Teddy was
Get
very
out of
much
here.
Teddy was
A
very much
gnat. A
like
gnat.
Garcelle said, a damn
Not
gnat.
TK. She said, as genuine as that big jaw. Oh,
Girl, I am crying.
that
I
hurt
am
me.
That's so
screaming.
rude.
But
Okay,
yes.
Denicio, you got anything else
Ooh,
you want to add before we let you go?
no. Other than I do.
He like, no.
Yo ensembles, honey. I live for them, Cortez.
What
Live for
ensemble?
the you know what that mean, don't you?
Like my outfit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay. I wasn't trying to
like
shade
my
you. I
outfit?
wasn't trying to. Yeah, I
Well,
wasn't trying to shade
because
you,
you said
honey.
some. I'm like, with the show. You know, I'm thinking in the show. Yeah, you said
I
Oh
was thinking of the
yeah.
cast.
Oh, thank
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh, they dress horrible. But anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you watching? You watching Ultimate Girls Trip? So we are.
Yes.
Yeah, we talk about that
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
this week. So
All right.
all
Okay.
right, have a good one.
Bye,
Bye, you guys.
Denicio.
All right. I don't think anybody else. Devon, you want to join the live today? You don't have to get on to as video. You can just do audio. I know you was trying to come for me on Facebook earlier. So I know you want to add any comments here before we lean out. So I'm gonna send the link one more time. But what do you think is going to happen next week when they all confront Mary about it, Chad?
I think that Mary is going to get real crazy, like with her responses, the way Mary has this thing about her where she just goes and goes and goes. Because for me, like how you feel about Whitney, that's how I feel about Mary. I like Mary, but she gets annoying, and it's like you can't say anything to her to where she can calm down
Yeah.
and like try to just it's like she has a hard time rationalizing anything. As soon as you make her mad, that's it. Like she gonna go straight full out and just go and go and go to where you can't say like, let me get a word to try to explain to you. Like, and by then she's already so fired up to where even if you are saying anything with the most sense, she's still gonna be like, well, that's what I said and that's how I feel, so I'm not saying anything else. Like, it's kind of annoying, and I think that's how she's gonna react to it.
But you know, that's actually a very common response in some people. Because I mean, some
It
people,
is.
when you get them so upset, it's like and that's why people be like, you know what, let's just talk when we sober. Let's talk when this moment's over. Because I mean, I can't, take them about how to, if when somebody feels into a wall or feels attacked, child, people, they build up this little wall here and then they just go to, like, I feel like Mary does that, not to defend it. Because I feel like I do that too sometimes. So don't make you mad. I'd be like, just let me calm down.
But you're not gonna at least hear somebody out, like
I
talk
wouldn't.
and
I
see.
wouldn't want to hear Whitney out. I think it's Whitney. I think it's Whitney. And did you notice that when she was like, remember at the table when Lisa was like, "You don't want a shot, you want a shot," and she was like, "Did you not just hear me? Did you?" I was like,
She's
"Oh."
so like she snaps like
Now
so
she
quick.
does snap. I wish she wasn't like. I think she's a little too snappy in some ways like that. It gives like, girl, is it the time of the month? Like, what's going on? But
Yes,
even
I'm
with
like
yeah, even with Meredith telling, talking to her about that, you still don't want to be the person that is just so like mean. You know what I'm saying?
right. I
Just kind of,
agree.
I'd rather you just stay upstairs in my room and play sick like Marlo used to do. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm sick" or whatever, just so you don't have to be around. But you come down and you just become like a Debbie Downer. You was like, I don't admit you already a Debbie Downer, me, or you've already kind of ruined
Yes.
the moment. And I mean, these girls, like, I don't think that they don't have chemistry. I think that, honestly, I really don't feel like much of these shows have true chemistry. I feel like,
Not outside of Married to Medicine, no.
yeah, I feel like all these Housewives franchises don't. And one thing I want to say about this franchise is that they kind of do the same shit. Like they do everything's in the snow. That next season, Salt Lake City need to go to Hawaii. They need to go to somewhere warm, honestly, and let's see them in bathing suits. Let's see them like have a good time. I feel like
Yeah.
they're always in snowsuits, always in the snow. And I get it, Salt Lake City, but I feel like maybe when they get out of that area, they'll be lighter and more chemistry will come together, in my opinion. And I
Maybe
don't know
so.
because it's because they supposed to be Mormon, but child, at this point, that Mormon is out the window. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely out the window. I definitely would like to see them do something a little, more risque, I should say.
Yeah. He said
But hey, is
if they don't
everybody gonna be there?
who?
I say, is all the cast gonna be there though? That's the thing too. You don't know who gonna be there, who gonna say, "Oh, I ain't going. I don't want to deal with this." And I'm sure Mother Mary is gonna be like, "Nah, I don't want to deal with these girls that long."
Yeah, I don't see Meredith. I like Meredith, but I don't see that too long. She can't even pretend that she likes to be around them. It seems like they all annoy her, minus Meredith.
Yes.
And it does have a tone of like, I'm better than y'all. It does. It has it's a little. I see it. And maybe because she's in a church and she is a pastor. So I mean, I don't know, but it's not an excuse for a TV show because this ain't the real pastor wives of Salt Lake City. This is the Real Housewives, honey. I'm gonna need you to get in the
Get
chemistry.
with the program.
Give it the program. Act like you like these girls. We know they're your coworkers, but at least act like it.
Exactly.
Dr. C who says they are going somewhere warm because I saw the beach in the background when Jen confronted Lisa and Meredith. Oh, so that must be okay. So there must be another trip then. Okay. Well, interesting. Because I was like, I don't feel like Jen gonna make Vail. I just remember, but Jen's her sentence or whatever was that she couldn't leave Salt Lake City or something like that. I thought, but I don't know if that's now or then. But she couldn't go far, and she still
I
can't go
wouldn't
far.
think she could. Yeah, so I wouldn't think she could go far.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see next week. Of course, we'll be here next week. I know it is after Thanksgiving, but from whom is available, I know I'll be here, Chad. I go. You going home for holidays? Or where you gonna be?
I'll be right here.
Yeah, I'm going to Memphis to see my family, and then we come back Saturday. So I'll be here for next Sunday to talk about this next episode. Anything else you want to add before we lean out?
No, nothing I can think of. Shit. Antonio and Jamie, y'all get home safe and stop being fast. We love y'all, but yeah, stop being fast for next week.
Derek said, "You cooking?" He said, "You cooking, Chad?"
Derek.
Oh. Okay, well, with that being said, we're going to lean out. Again, thank y'all for watching this show for Salt Lake City tonight. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already to support the channel. We appreciate it. If you're watching Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip, we are reviewing that. The first 4 episodes video is up. They are up. And I don't know about this week because I don't know if they're going to get the episode on Thanksgiving. But if it come out on Thanksgiving, I won't be here for it. So we're probably double up next week. Potomac, I heard, was really good. I don't watch Potomac until Mondays, right before the review. So if
I haven't seen it yet either.
You watched it already?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I heard it was good. They said Nikki was good. They said that. Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah, so we'll see y'all tomorrow if you're watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow for Potomac review, reunion part 3. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Sunday night, and see y'all later.
Peace.
Good night.